Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to week 5 of U for Success Boot Camp. Congratulations, everyone! You have made it to the end. Give yourself a big pat on the back. Woohoo!
Awesome.
Yes. I mean, seriously, guys, to be here on the last week of the boot camp and have decided from week 1 and still be here 5 or 4 weeks later, 5 weeks later, I guess, um, is a huge accomplishment. I mean, there's a lot of people that, they dropped off after week 2, they dropped off after week 3, whatever, life happens. But to make that commitment and truly follow through until the end is absolutely amazing. So please, please, big round of applause for you guys. It's awesome. Congratulations. Um, Tonight we're gonna just kind of close it up. We have two rock stars inside of our boot camp that have been having results from the boot camp, and we're excited to have them here. Of course, I have my host Kelly Shields with us. How are you, Kelly?
I'm doing awesome. Awesome.
Good, good. And then we have Katrina, who has been rocking her business.
Yes, hello.
And we have Rodney. Rodney, what is up? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to be on here.
Nice, nice, nice. So, we just kind of wanted to hash over and go over, kind of wrap up the whole boot camp with you guys. And we just wanted to hear your guys' story as far as, how far you've come from, boot camp week 1 until, week 5. Like, what kind of results did you guys get? What did you do? Did you step outside your comfort zone? What was the most memorable part of the boot camp? That kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, let's go ladies first. Katrina.
Well, hey everyone. I just want to say thanks to Kelly and Samantha for having me, and thanks for Samantha for introducing me to MLSP. It has been amazing, an amazing journey, an amazing ride. Let me tell you. Whenever Samantha first got in touch with me, I didn't. I mean, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know I was, know what I was doing. And then, I was having trouble generating leads. I was having trouble getting sales. I was having trouble, doing everything that my company told me to do. And so I signed up for the boot camp, and then I signed up for MLSP, and it is amazing. It is, if you are sitting on the fence and you're like, well, I don't know if MLSP is right for me, let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you are with a direct sales company or if you're with a company on the outside or whatever. It does not matter. It will help you in the long run, and it will teach you some amazing stuff. And I've learned so much through MLSP, and it is amazing.
So, Katrina, you had so much success through this boot camp. Watching you are one of the only people that I have seen come inside of My Lead System Pro and truly just, I think you generated like 5 leads in like your first, 24 hours?
Yes, it was 5 leads within, actually it was in 22 hours because I counted. It's amazing. Whenever you get in your back office and you start going through your training and everything, it teaches you everything that you need to know. From step A all the way to Z. And if you need to go back all the way back to A and go back through it until, it clicks in your mind, then you know, do it. It's there for you, you know, it's there for your benefit. It's there to help you learn. So, I mean, you know, right hand, I tell everybody, you know, if you need help or if you have problems, please do this, because I mean, it is amazing, amazing, and it will change your life and it will change your business.
So tell us, Katrina, what steps did you do to develop? I mean, literally, there's people who come inside of the system and, you know, do the startup, and it takes them a while before they even get up and running. And you literally were 22 hours from sign up with your $10 trial to automatically getting leads. What did you do to have that happen? Like, what was your strategy? I mean, did you take things from this boot camp and take it, and, you know, what did you do?
Well, you know, you have to, before you start anything, you have to remember your why. Why am I doing this? Why do I want to do this? What and why do I want to take what I learned out of this and put it towards, you know, my business or my life or whatever. And you have to remember that. And from the time I signed up, is no lie, I think I signed up at like 10 something on a Saturday morning, and I have 3 kids, so, you know, trying to juggle 3 kids plus trying to, you know, get my account set up and my profile set up and everything. I mean, it was a challenge, but you know, I stuck to it. I put my foot down. I was like, you know what, you know, I'm gonna make a change. You know, I have to make a change because of my wife. My children are my wife, and you know, I put everything I had into it, and I just went from there. I put, you know, as soon as I got everything up and running, I picked out my one main category, and then I went from there to blogging, which was Facebook. And because I'm 90%, well, actually, probably about 99% of my time, I'm on Facebook. So I stuck to Facebook, and then I went to blogging. And then we had a webinar, I want to say probably about a week or a couple of weeks ago, about the ebook. And I've been working on it with a couple of my products out of my company. And so I'm trying to get there. And it's made a difference, a huge difference.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love, love, love that. So your main leads were coming from Facebook. Were
Yes.
you? So what were you doing? Were you posting the results like we had talked? Were you going into groups? Were you just talking to people? What was it that actually got people to opt into your capture pages?
The main thing is, you know, I did post in groups, and then I made my own motivational group, to where, you know, if I posted, say for instance, I posted into a work for home, or, you know, or one of them groups, then I sat there, and, you know, if they answered me and I private messaged them, and, you know, they told me, well, hey, you know, leads are my biggest problem. Well, you know, I sit there, I call them. Your number one goal is you want to get them on the phone, because I'm like you, Samantha, I cannot tell when somebody is serious or when somebody is just joking around. Whenever I'm sitting there talking, you know, doing the texting, to me, if I got them on the phone, I can hear their voice, and I can hear their passion, and I can hear, you know, I can hear the fear, or the, you know, I can basically tell just by their voice. So, you know, by doing that, I made a motivational group, and then it just escalated from there.
That's so awesome. It was absolutely amazing to watch you go from, I met Katrina right before the boot camp had started, and at that point I had told her about the boot camp, and she was all in, like, let's go do this. And she came to the week one and did her thing, and then she ended up signing up for the 10-day trial actually while I was in Mexico. So I wasn't even able to give her much of one-on-one, and she just ran with it. And it was amazing to come back and see, like, just the results, the way you took a hold of it and just ran with it. I am super proud of you. I'm super proud to run with you, and just really excited for you and your future.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Kelly, because whenever you were in Mexico, I know I probably talked Kelly's head off, or I probably ignored Kelly because I was constantly, hey, Kelly, hey, Kelly, hey, Kelly.
That's why they got videos for it, right? You just
Exactly.
you just push them to the videos. Then that's what you do when someone comes asking you all the questions. You got a simple answer. You watch this simple video, and it'll tell you what to do.
Right.
And that's what you want to do. So you become the leader. That's awesome.
Yes.
So Kelly, do you want to introduce Rodney?
Sure. Well, Rodney is he's what do I want to say? Been with us for a while, for a little bit now, and he's a rock star. I mean, you always see him you always see his stuff on my feed, on my timeline. I always see your stuff, Rod. I mean, you got the videos you're shooting out in New York City on bulletin boards, and I mean, you got some skills
Right.
doing stuff, And Rodney, actually, Rodney signed up underneath me after like a short conversation that we had, and I didn't even tell him to go to my fan page. He just went over to my fan page and it said watch a video, and he watched it and signed up on a 10-day trial that way. I didn't really even talk to him, before he signed up. So I was like, well, awesome, this is working awesome, and he's just taken off from there. He's killing. He went to his primary event. I know he's involved in his primary. You always see him at the events and everything. That's what the big thing about this is. You got to get to the events. I mean, how was that event that you went to out in Phoenix for your primary?
It was awesome.
Was that your first event?
That was my first major, definitely. I had been to regional things, few hundred people, but to be somewhere with 16,000 people, like-minded, just it does something different for you. You can't really put it into words. You have to be in the atmosphere. You have to be around the campfire, so to speak, around people that are going through the same struggles as you, and celebrating each other's accomplishments and things like that. That's why it's great to be on this forum and we celebrate each other. But yeah, when you go to those kind of events, it definitely keeps you going, and I feel like the people that don't go, you eventually just get frustrated and you probably won't last.
Yeah.
So definitely, I try to stay around.
You think that helped your momentum? I mean, you went to that event right after you signed up with MLSP,
Right.
and you were going through the trainings and going through the stuff, and it's kind of like, did you know about this way of marketing before, or is it completely
No, not really. I basically I was looking for a way to market more online. Just like a lot of primaries, they tell you, you have the home meetings and do it that way, which there's nothing wrong with that because people have been very successful that way. But a lot of the big leaders, you see, they have a big presence online, and they don't necessarily put their primary on everything that they do. It's more branding themselves. So at the time when I ran into you and friended you and everything, that's what made me kind of take a look and see what you were doing. And I was looking for some kind of system to brand online and things, and definitely step out of the comfort zone, doing videos and things like that. So that's what kind of motivated me to take action.
And how you think this boot camp helped you? I mean, was there anything specific about it, any of the trainings or any of the that made you do it?
The trainings definitely. I mean, everybody was great. Samantha week 1, you week 2, and then our guests they were some rock stars. I love just the no nonsense. Here it is. Approach that both of them have had, because it just sometimes people want to sugarcoat things and oh, you're doing what you can do and things, but that there's times when you have to be told bluntly, hey, if you want something different, you want to make changes, you got to make it happen.
Awesome.
Yes, the bluntness of just being you. I mean, that's what this industry is truly all about, is just being you. It's your voice that needs to be heard, and the branding, like Rodney was saying, that's something that MLSP offers in training and really is just all about, is because once you brand yourself, you can do whatever you want. Once you start making a lot of money in a company and you decide, oh my goodness, now I'm going to, get healthy. And so you go over here and you decide to try this new healthy product, and then all of a sudden, all these people who are following you and watching you and really see your success will follow you. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Diane Hockman is one of the models of that situation. She's been in the industry for 18 years, and she literally can write an email and make $35,000 and have signups left and right, and all these people are just making millions right behind her. And that's what it's all about, because the truth is that if you go out there and you say, here's my product, here's this great company that I've been with, and they've been around for this long, and they, well, they can go sign up with whoever they want. They want to know, the people who are following, the people who are watching you want to know that you're doing the thing. They want to know that you're getting the training. They want to know that you know all the secrets of the network marketing, which is where MLSP comes into play, because I'm telling you, MLSP is like the cancer of network marketing.
It is.
Everybody struggles in this industry. Everybody, because what is the first thing that your company tells you? What is it? What is it, Rodney? What's the first thing your company tells you?
Make a list. Make a list of 20. The people that, if you're stranded with 3 flat tires side of the road and you have 1% battery life, who are you gonna call? And then it goes from there. And then who are the people that are looking for more and things like that, and try to meet up with them and show them your product.
Which is great. It works out great. I mean, you can get signups from that. It works. It's always worked. That's the reason why people keep, the companies keep telling you this. But the truth is that your company is not a marketing expert. They're just not. Yeah, Brenda, make a list of 100. I mean, and that's true. I'm I had 60 people at my wedding, so making a list of 100, okay. I mean, if I
Right.
got everybody at my wedding to sign up, great. But the truth is that we
Right.
run out of those people. And then all of a sudden what happens is, people stop talking to you. They're like, oh no, here comes Samantha with her, wonderful product that she's
Exactly.
in. Or if, let's say, I get into a company and either the company goes down or something happens in between there where I am all of a sudden I don't want to be with them anymore because they did something to cross my morals and my values, and
Grape
all I've
Grape
been
Company. There you go.
huh?
Ray Higgins Grapety Grape Company.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, and that's it. Is like that's the reason why it's so important to not be branding your company. And yes, of course your company guys, your company wants you to do exactly what they're telling you to do. Why? Because they're getting free advertisement. They're getting free marketing all over the place. So even if you fail in the first month, let's say you leave after the first month, you know how many people you told about your company in that first month that are now investigating that company, maybe have signed up under someone else, whatever the case is. When you post on Facebook or you post on Instagram or you post or you blog or whatever it is that you're doing, you literally are doing free advertisement for them. I mean, this is the reason why the industry and our future is in network marketing, because these companies are figuring out that they can have, I can hire someone at $50,000 a year to do, whatever, or you can pay me a certain amount of money a month to be in my company, and then I pay you for the production that you do. Where am I going
Right.
to go with that? I'm going to go with the fact that you pay me and then I pay you for what you do. So I mean, this
Right.
is where the future is going, and pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself. Guess what? You are the future, and you're tapping into it before it becomes what it's going to become.
Definitely. I've seen so many people written about moving from the industrial age to the information age, where you get paid on performance rather than time, because that's what people are so used to. Like, I go in and put my 40 hours, 50, 60 hours, and then I get a paycheck. But now, like you said, it's moving more towards production. What are you actually doing in that time that you're working? And we'll pay you accordingly for that.
Right, and then if you are with a company, and let's say, with a regular, normal, average, secure job, you have the ability, like, you can't go to your boss and say, hey, listen, if I have $30,000 worth of sales this year, am I going to get promoted to the extra, $7,000 a year? No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you more work because, well, you seem to be really good at it. And then we'll see, you're kind of running neck and neck with Fred over here. So we'll see where you're at. Where, like, this industry literally tells you, like, boom, this is what you have to do to get this amount of money. So, and there's no fight. There's no, none of that. It's absolutely amazing, and it works. No matter what, it's all about, I actually was watching a gal on Facebook today, and she said it's the adult version of show and tell. And it is. Except for you have to show yourself. You have to let everyone know, I am the leader. I'm going to do this. And if you want to jump in and ride on my coattails and let's take it to the top, then let's do it. Because if you sit there and you say, here's my business, here's the comp plan, please sign up, please sign up, please sign up, I'm waiting for your email to see if you'll sign up. It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
No.
Because what they're going to do is they're going to take that company, they're going to put it into Google, and then they're going to find somebody who's really doing it.
Yeah.
They're going to sign up under them.
Absolutely.
So, you know, a lot of people, when they either get into MLSP or they're thinking about MLSP, they always are curious, like, so I have this company, but then I'm running this company, so how does that work? MLSP is an affiliate company. It is not a business opportunity. It's only an affiliate company. Yes, you can make a lot of money. You can make $100 a month per person that you sponsor in. You're not going to make money underneath them, but you're helping people who are probably already saying no to your business. Because let's face it, you can talk to 20 people a day, and your percentage of how many people are going to sign up to your company are slim. Most of the people that you're talking to are already in the industry, which are the people that you want, okay? A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people say, why would I go talk to an It Works girl or you know, I don't know, XYZ company? Why would I talk to that person when they're already in a company and they're in love with the company? Why? Because they understand the industry, so you don't have to explain it or sell it or pump it up.
Or twist their arm. Yeah.
All you have to do is help them. Show them value. Show them you're valuable. Show them your leadership. That's what MLSP does for you. MLSP allows you to have that value, teaches you along the way. The beginners, there's top earners stuff that you can, you know, share with them. As you move forward, you start creating your own value. You start creating your own content. You start branding yourself more. And pretty soon what happens is people are contacting you and saying, hey, you know, I got the other day, somebody, you know, came over, hey, how are you so successful? What are you doing? I've never talked to that person. They saw a video in the group. And if you are just now joining this week 5 and this is your first one, go back to week 1 because we go through daily activities. You know, it's a whole process. Week 2 goes over all sorts of cool things that you can do, funnels, capture pages, and things like that. But that's what happens through the process of it. And that way, if something happens to your company, God forbid, you're not, you know, XYZ girl. You are
The leader.
You know, Rodney, you're Kelly, you're Samantha, you're who you are. It doesn't matter what company you're in because you're going to take whatever company it is and skyrocket it and make as much money as humanly possible. And if you want to come along, then come along. If not, all right, watch me. You're not going to get those first spots. You know, and that's where the multi-income comes in, and that's where MLSP teaches you all of this. Believe me, I did not know any of it when I joined a little over 2 years ago.
I knew zero. I knew how to grow grass. That was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it builds authority for you, has people wanting to join you. I think I pretty much went over all that. Leads, funnels, all sorts of stuff. But MLSP has everybody from the beginner on up to the 7-figure earners. You know, everybody talks about the 6-figure earners. Well, that's not the only folks we have in MLSP, guys. I mean,
Right.
Exactly.
once you get into MLSP, literally you'll be like, oh, I've seen his video, I've seen her video, I've seen this, I've seen this, I've seen this, I've seen this, and oh my gosh, I can't believe they're in here, I can't believe they're in here. And they all started there.
Yeah.
They all got it there. So, I'm thrilled. I've had a fantastic boot camp.
Absolutely. It was awesome. It was our first boot camp that we put together. I think we did a fabulous job, Samantha, coming up with the topics and our guests that we had. So congratulations, you did a great job. But yeah, I mean, it was a lesson learned on how being consistent really means that you have to do. If you're going to be in this boot camp and you want it to work for you and get the results that you think you should, you got to do the work every single day. And if you're not doing that, you're not going to get the results that you're wanting. So, you know, it's one thing that's taught me that, you know, consistency. You need to make that video every single day and get it posted on your fan page. That way you can start building up content and building up your value. That way, you know, people's going to see you and watch you, and then they go over to your stuff and say, well, he's got like 900 videos over here. He must know what he's talking about. And, you know, you just got to, the whole thing is being consistent. You just can't go at it half-ass. You got to, you know, grab a hold and get it done. That's one thing that I learned from this boot camp myself going through it. That consistency is a big part of it. You got to do it every day.
Yeah, and just like you said, I mean, it's amazing to see that people actually are waiting for your video. They might not be liking your video, they might not be commenting on your video, but they're waiting every day, and they're watching you every day to see if you're doing it. And when you don't show up, they go, oh, and then guess what? You know, Rodney over here is all of a sudden doing it all the time, and all of a sudden they're like, whoop, squirrel. You know?
Yeah.
So you just have to stay consistent. There's 3 keys to success. 3 keys. Mindset, action, and consistency.
Yep.
That's it. And your mindset is the first thing, because it doesn't matter whether you're new or you've been in the, even if you've been in the industry for 12 years and you've struggled the whole time, that's your story. That's your story, and your story is going to hit the people that it needs to hit. If you're brand new and you've never done anything, embrace it. Be you. That's, you know, I was watching Gary, I never get to say his, Gary
Vaynerchuk.
Vaynerchuk. And, you know, he was doing this interview, and the gal was like, yeah, you know, you go on Facebook or you go on Instagram, and everybody has these 3 tips and this and that and the above. And she's like, so it's just all confusing. And he said, he was like, I totally disagree with that. He was like, because years ago, we had 3, and he said, white men or whatever, to run the news. That was it. Now, and that's what we had to listen to. That was our ability of what we got to listen to. Now we have all of these voices. We have all of these different options and all of these different things that, you know, all of these different voices and opinions and all of that, and that's what makes you unique. That's what makes you who you are. That's the reason people are waiting for you. You know, so it was awesome. I was like, I have it on my Facebook. He talked about it, but it, you know, and it's the truth.
It is.
The media will sell you on whatever the media wants to sell you on. They will rear you in whatever direction they want to rear you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But now with social media, we have our own voices.
Absolutely.
And with the tools that we got inside MLSP to, what do you want to say? Put you in. It's going to put you on a fast track, because you're going to be. You're going to learn all this stuff. You're not going to have to, you know, learn a little bit here and then 3 years down the line learn something else, and it's a steady learning experience. You know, you got to learn something new every single day.
Absolutely. Learn, apply, and teach. Learn it, apply it to your business, and then turn around and teach it. And post those results. If you don't have any results today, if you went all the way through this boot camp and you've been loyal and all of that stuff, and you still aren't seeing results for some reason, one, you have to take a look and see, did you really do what you were told to do? Did you take the actions every day that you were told to do? And if not, you've got to do that, and then go out, get that result. If you're inside of MLSP and you have never generated your own lead, go generate your own lead, just like Katrina did. you know, she came to me and she was like, what do I do? I said, you go generate your first lead and then you post that everywhere. You take a screenshot of it and you post it everywhere. You say, oh my gosh, I just got my first lead. And that's it. Because there's people out there that have never gotten a lead. They've never generated one.
Never made a dime. Or anything.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I just set up my first blog post. Oh my gosh, all of that stuff. I mean, you know, we were raised as like, we're supposed to not brag. We're supposed to not be that person. So it's very hard to turn around and celebrate our own. Yeah, just like Rodney said, like we all celebrate each other. We're all in different companies here. We're all celebrating each other's victories because the truth is that this industry is absolutely amazing.
Right.
And it works.
So if you haven't got your 10-day trial yet, you know, get with whoever brought you here and get on board.
Absolutely. $10 can change your life.
That's it.
Definitely worth checking out for $10. I mean, what do you have to lose?
Right, for me, when I first joined back in January of 2014, I was like, I'm gonna get in, and at the time I think it was like $3 for 2 days or something like that. And I was like,
you were like 5 months ahead of me.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get in, and I'm gonna learn as much as I can, and I'm gonna get out. And then I started going to the wake-up calls, and I started realizing that, you know, coming from where I come from, you know, I was put in learning disability classes all the way through school. So when I stopped going to college, it was I wasn't good at it. I wasn't good at learning. Why would I learn anymore? I'm done. Like I got my 2-year associate's degree and I'm out. I'm gonna make millions. But I didn't realize that life is all about learning. Life is all about challenging yourself. It's all about stepping outside of your comfort zone and teaching. You know, once you do learn something amazing, why not share it with the world?
You got to. Especially if you're in this business. If you don't want to do that, you're in the wrong spot. You know, you gotta share what you know. And if you already did what you already knew, if you already did what you already know, you're ahead of the game. You know, just being on this boot camp, you know more than I don't know how many people who are marketing online. If you've gone through this boot camp, you know so much more than those people. And you got so much content that you can use out of this whole boot camp. I mean, Krivda gave us a whole hour and 45 minutes. You know, Ryan the week before gave us a whole hour. I mean, these guys are rock stars, and it's part of the game. You just got to do it. You got to want it. You got to want it bad enough to go get it. That's like anything. And like think about something that you accomplished, whether it was winning a trophy as a kid or anything that you've ever gotten, whether it was an A on a test or you hit a home run or whatever. But think about what you had to do to accomplish that. What did you have to go through? All the struggle, all the pain, everything. And once you finally get it, you got it. And that's the whole thing with network marketing is you gotta really, once you get it, it's easy. You got anything to add, Rodney?
I agree.
Froze?
I don't know.
I think he's froze there for a minute.
So it truly, I mean, it's so cliche or whatever, but the truth is if you don't give up, it'll work.
Exactly. Don't give up.
If you're scared of blogging or you're scared of videos or you're scared of whatever, or you get online, you know, I mean, it's natural. It's natural for us to get online and see someone and say, oh my gosh,
What's that? What's that one Rocky line in the one movie with Rocky? It's not, you know, how many times you get hit and knocked down in life. You know, it's how many times you get up after you get hit.
Yep. And it's true. And the more, you know, you always hear consistency, 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 and it's like, yeah, and there's times where you're just like, I've been consistent, you know, I mean, like, come on, what's going on? But the truth is the reason you have to be consistent is because you keep getting better. I mean, you start out, you've got 0 followers, people don't know who you are, whatever, and then all of a sudden you start doing the thing. You start doing the thing that MLSP is telling you to do, and then all of a sudden people start following you, and people are watching you, and then they start buying from you. I mean, and it's a process, but through the consistency and through the action and through the mindset, you get better. You step into that leadership, you know, I mean, and you just say, come along with me, because it's going to be a fun ride, and I ain't stopping. And people will feel that from you. They'll know that that's your goal, that's your dream, and you're going to take them with you.
Absolutely.
So consistency is not just for the rest of your followers and all of that. Consistency is for you to keep developing the skill, because you can't write your first blog and know all the SEO and know all the plugins and, you know, write it right or have your punctuation right or whatever. Just throw it out there. Because the truth is that people are watching you. They want to see from you. The reason they're attracted to you is because you're you. You know, I was just on the phone today with somebody, and they were like, you know, I get bombarded with all these emails every day, but I always open yours because it's like weird. I feel like we have this connection, and I feel like you know, you're talking to me sometimes. She was like, one time you wrote over and were like, something about, are you sitting on your butt? She's like, and I was like, yes. She tapped my house. You know, so I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, people are watching, people are connected to you for who you are, not, you know. So part of the process is finding you, and that's through the mindset. It's one of the hardest things to do. Being you is hard, you know, but it's the only way to success.
Absolutely.
It's the only way. You got to be yourself. Step out of the box and you know, scream from the rooftops who you are.
Absolutely.
Yep. So does anybody have any questions for us? We're going to close this out. This is week 5 of the boot camp. I am so excited. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for, one, having, you know, the confidence in Kelly and I to bring you the value that we brought you through these 5 weeks. I want to thank you for being consistent and staying with it and sticking with it every single week. That is not an easy task. And I'm telling you, go shout it from the rooftops right now on Facebook. I got done with a 5-week boot camp. Woo! Because that is your accomplishment. That is what you did. You committed to this for 5 weeks, and you have been here through 5 weeks. And that is no easy task, guys. I mean, we literally had 58 people registered for this boot camp. We were debating on upping our webinar attendees, but we knew that only the strong would survive, only the ones who were truly committed to themselves. That's why it was called U for Success, is because it was not about a commitment to Kelly and I. It wasn't a commitment to anything. It was a commitment to yourself. And once you make that commitment to yourself, to stick with that is amazing. Not only an amazing accomplishment for you, but it's an amazing accomplishment for what you have done for your brain, guys. When you start out at week 1 and you say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then you don't, that gets lodged right here. Whether you know it or not, in your subconscious mind goes, oh, there we go. You know, I knew it. We were good. Your conscious mind tries to protect you from failure. And if you allow your conscious mind to stop your subconscious mind from doing what it needs to do, it's going to every time. Because your conscious mind doesn't want you to get hurt. Your conscious mind is the one that says, you know, make sure you're stepping off that stairway right. Make sure we're not getting hurt. Are we into this company because, oh my gosh, if we get into this company and it's $150, and what if we lose that $150? Oh my gosh. That's your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the one who actually retains the information. Your conscious mind is the one who stops you from it. So when you don't do something, that's your conscious mind stopping you, and your subconscious mind registers that as quitter, failure. So when you do make a commitment to something, make sure that you follow it through. I mean, the one thing that I always, you know, do with my son is I try my hardest is, you know, if we're playing a game and I get frustrated or whatever, because we all do as parents, you know, it happens. But I never say, I'm done. I'm out. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that to him, you know? As much as sometimes you're just like, get off my leg! So, does anybody have any questions? I mean, you guys just honestly pat yourselves on the back. You've done amazing. You made it. Whether you're watching this recording, because I know there was a lot of people who couldn't show up and, you know, have been watching the recordings, you made it. You did it. Congratulations. Your brain has now registered you as a completely different person.
Absolutely.
And know that and embrace that and run with it. You have anything else you want to add, Rodney, Kelly?
Well, I just say, just look on here, look on your social media right now. There's people that are in companies that need your help. And I know everybody here knows, they see people out here just spamming, and, you know, those people I want to pull over to the side like, hey, come and check this out, what we're doing over here. We show you some of the techniques we're using to brand ourselves, and that way, no matter what company you're in or what company you go to, people will know you when you come to them. And that's, like you said, that's one of the biggest things, is knowing who you are and what you're going to be. And the more people you help along the way, the more you help yourself. So that's my biggest takeaway.
Love it.
Awesome. Yeah, you know, thanks for making it this far, everybody. I mean, it's a tough thing to do, to commit to it, like Samantha said, and that's like step one. You know, make it a habit of doing these tasks every single day. Of, you know, not only, you know, your mindset is a big part of it, and you know, what they're really pushing is there's going to be a speaker. You remember his name, Samantha, who that lived the dream? The one that Brian is all his meditation stuff, Dr.
I don't remember his name.
But they're gonna. That's what I mean. That's a big part of it, is really learning yourself and being able to meditate and kind of like see yourself down the road and what you're going to turn into, because you gotta see that vision first. I can, I always take it back to when I was a state champ when I wrestled in high school. My freshman year in high school, I went 32 and 1. I went to states as a freshman, won my first match, and then lost my second match. And I said, well, next year I'm not going to lose a match. We were in, I think it was Cincinnati Xavier's where they had the finals in the big the old Coliseum. And the next year, I said I'm not going to lose a match. I got up every morning before school and ran. Made sure I was in the best shape of my weight class. I wasn't going to be winded. I'm not going to lose a match because of wind. And I made myself get up before school and run and everything. I said, well, I'm not going to lose a match. I'm not going to lose a match. That whole year, I went 32 and 0 and pinned the kid in the finals in like 56 seconds. And I mean, I saw myself the year before standing on a podium. You got to see yourself walking across the stage, getting your awards. You got to see yourself speaking, and speaking from the heart. And that's what people see. Don't try to fake it till you make it, because you won't make it. You know what they say. Be yourself. Embrace your struggles. Embrace your victories, and just be you.
Absolutely.
So that's all I got, Samantha. I get teared up when I tell that story, but I still get goosebumps. But you got to see it. Once you see it and you accomplish something. I mean, think about anything you've ever done. Won a race or something, or playing freeze tag and you never got tagged. Whatever it was that you did that you accomplished. You had to get skills to be able to do it. So where do you get? Anybody can learn skills, and that's what kind of like MLSP is. It teaches you the skills to market online, and that's what we all are looking for, is the right way to market. And how can I get people to come to me and become the hunter or the hunted instead of the hunter? Why do I always I don't want to hunt people all the time. I want to be everybody just come to me. That's what the trick of attraction marketing is. And when you get to that point of finally being, people start being attracted to you, and they start coming to you, and it's all because of the value that you're putting out in the marketplace. They wouldn't come to you out of the blue and just say, hey, what are you doing? I think you're in a business or something. You're doing something, but it just happens. You just got to run with it. That's all I got. I'm done.
I love it. It's an amazing story because it's so true. Like, on the other side of fear is accomplishment. I mean, if you think about something in your life that you were scared of, that you didn't know if you would accomplish, and you did it, the amazing feeling that comes after you do it. But before that, you had the fear. So it's all on the other side of fear. So if it's video marketing, if it's mindset, sometimes, for me, it was a lot of getting to know myself, really looking into who I was, So whatever it is that you're afraid of, tackle it and do it just like Kelly did, man. See yourself.
You got to see it. I don't know how many. I know it comes around every 2 years now. The Olympics. The Olympics are coming up this year, and I've got to meet. I've held a Olympic gold medal in my hand before, from Dave Schultz. He was actually. Long story, he was actually murdered. I don't know if you know the story, Foxcatcher, the movie Foxcatcher. It's a whole wrestling movie.
Yeah.
And I've actually held his gold medal in my hand at a camp that I went to when I was in, like, I don't know, 4th grade or 3rd or 4th grade. And so I got to be with all these Olympians at all these wrestling camps too. So I get to hear, you know, their stories on how they became an Olympian and actually win a medal in the Olympics, and all the stuff that they had to do. And just think about all these, like the gymnasts and stuff, these women gymnasts that are like 12 years old. What have they had to do to get to be you know, to be able to compete in the Olympics at 12? How much time in the gym did they have to go? Or how much time behind the books do you have to learn about marketing, or learn about copywriting, or learn about webinars, or learn about how to market online and how to do it the right way, and to make it so you're not pitching everybody, so you're not that person that you know, well, he's in this one, he's in that thing, he's in that thing, and he jumps from this thing and goes to that thing, and he's, who wants to, you gotta be you, and don't be that person that jumps from 9 zillion things, because you don't stay focused, you don't get it done. And that's why one of the biggest things at MLSP is they focus on one marketing strategy. And I can tell you, just by going through these boot camps, this boot camp and the boot camp of Antonio's and the one of Ryan's that we went through, Samantha, that staying focused on one strategy is so important. I mean, I was on Instagram, I was on LinkedIn, I was on Facebook and Twitter, because I have a Twitter account, and not every once in a while I go over there, but I wouldn't stay focused on one thing. And one thing about these boot camps that I learned is you got to stay focused on one thing. Pick one marketing strategy and run with that marketing strategy for 5 weeks. I didn't even download a couple apps because I didn't want them on my phone, because I knew I would go over to them. You know, just you get those apps off your phone. Focus on one thing for 5 weeks and see what the difference is in your thing. But you know, but we're blogging, right? So you can share it in different areas, and you're not even on those platforms, but your stuff is still going out to them. And you know, that's the key, is just the focus. Just stay focused.
All right.
Absolutely. Oh, Kelly, that was awesome. So, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We're at an hour. Thank you all so much for being here, and, you know, take from here. Just be consistent. Stay you. Brand you. Go out there and never quit. Show the world what you found. And it's the industry. It's not necessarily your company. It's the industry itself that we're trying to spread the word on. And you can do that. And just like Kelly said, you know, jumping from company to company, it's not always a horrible thing, because sometimes you just don't click with a company. But when you go out there and you say, here's XYZ company, oh, never mind. Here's XYZ company, oh, never mind. It just gives you a bad name. It starts branding you the wrong way, and you know, people are gonna be like, oh gosh, there's that person again jumping around. Where if you brand you and you do it, learn the marketing, learn all of it, and go with it, the rest is money in the bank. Or piece of cake. Kelly's gonna do a cake instruction for us someday.
We'll do it on a Tuesday. Cake baking with Kelly.
Yes. So I hope you all have success. I know I will be talking to you. Kelly will be talking to you. Rodney will be talking to you throughout our whole process. And just stay consistent, work on that mindset, and never give up. And thank you so much. Pat yourself on the back. You guys are amazing. For now.
All right, so are you.
So are you. You're awesome later, Samantha. Thanks.
You guys as well. I mean, you guys are amazing. So For now, bye-bye.
See you guys
We'll see
See
you
you
at the
later.
top.
on the next boot camp.